Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So it's really bright. It has been a minute since I have filmed a video. Hello, welcome. I don't know if you guys remember me or not, but I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark and Mercari. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, I'll have the links down below. I recently went to Bolivia, and I didn't talk about it on my channel because all my videos have been pre-filmed up until this point. But yes, I had the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to Bolivia on a very short notice. It was a split-second decision. I bought the tickets like 3 weeks in advance, so really I didn't have much time to research stuff other than how to get there and the visa process. But as you guys know, I'm a shopping connoisseur, so of course while I was there, I had to visit some local shops. I do realize that right now traveling is a controversial topic. I assessed my risks and I decided it was the right decision for me to go at this point in time. I don't work in an office, I work from home, and I don't come into contact with very many people, so for me it was worth the risk to go do this. Like I said, once in a lifetime opportunity. So I don't want to hear about how traveling is not good right now. Anyway, moving on. So basically, I did not know anything about the Bolivian secondhand clothing market prior to arriving there, which I wish I did because it's actually really interesting. A lot of the information I found is a little outdated. I really couldn't find a whole lot after 2017. For some reason, there's not a whole lot of information on it after that. So some of these things may have changed and I apologize if they have, but I thought it was really interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's new to me and it does pertain to reselling. Starting in 2006, the secondhand market in Bolivia was banned. You could not get thrifted clothes from the US legally anyway. So they did this to protect their own clothing industry, which is totally understandable. I've heard a lot about how secondhand donations from the US can really negatively impact the local textile industries in these countries where they're getting these donations. So, for example, I bought this sweater at a local market. It was locally made in Bolivia, it's handmade, and this was $10, which to me and you might not seem like a lot, but to people who are local to there, they don't have much of a disposable income, and $10 for a sweater can actually be a lot. Their average income is around $700 a month, but a lot of people there are living below the poverty line, and so there's a big divide between the rich and the poor. So why this is a problem is when companies like Goodwill and Salvation Army send clothes for free, it really harms the local textile industry. Why would you buy a $10 sweater when you can go to these markets and either get something for free or get it for pennies? So that was part of the reason why I got banned. And then there are a whole lot of other political reasons why I got banned, which I'm not going to go into. There's a whole Vice video on it if you want to check it out. But they also don't love to wear secondhand clothes because they want to preserve their dignity. It's not seen as a positive thing to be wearing secondhand clothes. It's not widely accepted there as it is here. Opinions on that are actually changing with the new millennial generation getting older and Gen Z and things like that, because there are actually a lot of brands that you cannot find in Bolivia. So for example, I did not see any Forever 21s, H&M's, Zara's, no big major chain stores like that. They might exist, but not where I was anyway. I didn't see any in La Paz, and I was in a lot of smaller towns. So a lot of people thrift there as a way to get brands that they can't normally buy from a chain like you and I could in America. Basically, long story short, the items that come through and are sold on the secondhand market in Bolivia have to be smuggled, and they're considered contraband. So what happens is they come through, a middleman buys them, and then they sell it to somebody who's going to sell it either on the street or in their shop. A lot of times the clothes are just thrown onto tarps in El Alto, which is a town outside of La Paz, and you can buy these items for like under $1. It's basically like the Bolivian bins. So these clothes are considered illegal, but people turn a blind eye to them. So some people might buy these clothes for their family, their kids, whatever. There's also a market for people who go to these secondhand markets, buy the clothes for under $1, and then resell it in their shops, which is what I'm gonna be showing you guys, where they advertise that they sell things like Zara, Mango, Forever 21, H&M. I saw Shein, just brands like that you would see commonly here in America, and they were in really good condition. I actually did not see anything that was like in poor condition. I didn't want to film the stands because I thought that would be a little disrespectful. The stands are very small. Usually it's just like one person in the front and then like the stand around it with the clothes, but I did see like Gap sweaters, Dickies, a lot of university brand sweaters that definitely looked gently used, but at the time I didn't know that what they were, so I wish I would have filmed it, but I didn't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this footage that I got. The secondhand industry in Bolivia is so interesting, and I think it's fascinating that there's multiple countries at this point who have banned our donations because we get rid of so much stuff. It's crazy to think that 80% of what we donate ends up either thrown out or in other countries. So yes, there is plenty of clothing to go around, and from what I read, there are some amazing finds at these markets. So if you're ever in Bolivia, there is a secondhand market in El Alto where you can get really cheap clothing. Apparently you can find some nice designer finds, and a lot of this stuff is taken to La Paz to be resold. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into the shop with me clips. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little different, but it is still reselling related. So let's get on with the clips. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Do you guys thrift when you're traveling, especially to other countries? I have not a whole lot. This is one of my first experiences. I've also had the opportunity to thrift in Japan, which is really cool. Thrifting is huge there and it's very widely accepted, whereas in Bolivia, it's a little more taboo. So anyway, let's get on with it, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this is one of the stores I went into. It's called When Stores in a mall in La Paz. This is the display. You'll see that Victoria's Secret purse, that pink one up front, and that's kind of what piqued my interest. This seemed like a more high-end shop. They had some really cute Zara stuff. A lot of it was nice. You'll see here the tag says 180 Bs, which is about $27 US. I feel like that's pretty comparable to what prices are at the Zara here. Maybe a little bit lower, but it's not as cheap as I thought it would be, to be honest. So then I just kept looking. This is a Zara t-shirt that was 90 Bs or $13 US. The store seemed to have a lot of new with tags Zara items. A couple of the other stores that I went to that you guys will see later in the video had some mixture of new with tags and things with tags that were removed. So it just kind of varied, but everything here I think had tags. Zara was the main brand that I saw, but then there's another brand that might surprise you guys later. Okay, I loved this peasant blouse. I considered it for myself, but I did not have any room in my suitcase, and I figured I could just buy it here if I wanted. So I left that one behind. It wasn't that much though. I think it was under 20 bucks for sure. They didn't really have a lot of repeats of stuff besides dresses. So you guys will see here they had a ton of the same dress, and that's what really piqued my interest, because they had all of these Macy's dresses and I really wanted to know where these came from. So we were with a Spanish speaker, so I requested that he ask the shop owner where they get their items from, because I started to wonder if they maybe had a contract or something with like a liquidation company. Like in America we have B&G Trading, so we decided to ask where they got their items from. Oh, by the way, this floral dress I was obsessed with. I kind of regret not getting it, but anyway, so he went up to the front desk and asked the girl where they got their clothes from, and all she said was she got it from Spain, and then quickly ran away. She didn't go to help anyone else. We actually don't know where she went. I think she went to like a back room or something like that. So I have a sneaking suspicion that these clothes were smuggled, because she was so afraid to answer. I don't know if maybe she just didn't want to reveal her sources. I know I get that it's an uncomfortable question, but the more I read about the secondhand clothing market later, the more I thought maybe they went to El Alto and that's where they got a lot of these clothes from. Because like I said, and you guys will see, nothing is really a repeat other than those dresses. So for the most part, it was a lot of one-off items. Some things do repeat, but it kind of looks like a Plato's Closet if you're just looking at it from like this perspective. But they had a really big men's section, and whoever sourced this stuff did a really good job. I loved this men's blouse. I thought it was so nice, and that was the couple that I was traveling with, who was so kind to drive me around. But the other thing that they really had was a nice men's shoe selection and some really nice men's pea coats. We actually ended up trying some on. Well, I didn't, but the guy we were with did, and they looked really, really nice. This store also had a pretty large selection of counterfeit purses. So they had some Louis Vuitton bags that were in a glass case, and when I looked closely at them, I definitely noticed that there was some fraying seams, so that's how I knew they were fake. So kind of an interesting mix. They also had Michael Kors bags too. So I'm on the side now that had pants and also home goods items. So like this definitely looks like a traditional thrift store. A lot of this stuff looked older but not used. So this was like a Princess Diana like teacup set. I'm so curious where this came from. Again, everything was in really good condition. It wasn't like it was, you know, sometimes at a thrift store it can be dirty, it can be used, and yeah, none of this stuff looked like it had been used more than a couple of times. Like, it looks brand new. That black lantern I recognize from IKEA because I have the exact same one. I'm sure you can get it at other places, but these must be secondhand goods. And then these Target loafers. I did not expect to see Target there, but I think those were $5, something around there. And then this was the store from the second level, which had more home goods items. Again, you'll see it's just like a mismatch hodgepodge of things. Okay, so this place was called Chill Outfits, cool as it is. It's in a mall in Cochabamba. This place was expensive. So this is a Hollister skirt that was going for about 280 Bs, which is $43 US. I feel like that's twice as much as Hollister costs. That's crazy. A lot of the items in this store didn't have tags, which makes me think that it was stuff that was bought at like a market and then brought here to be sold. Those tags that you see are the store tags that are put on there, not the manufacturer tags. So this is like an H&M shirt. There was some stuff from like Macy's, this really cute Forever 21 jacket. I like that a lot. Not for me, but it was cute. I think they had like Walmart. Yeah, they just had a lot of random brands. So I thought this one was really interesting. It was very expensive. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.